Hello, I'm Heath. I am the face behind Diecast Crazy. This video is going to do that to let you get to know the face behind Diecast Crazy, which is me, Heath. You see, then this will probably be the only video like this on my channel. Because this channel was designed to showcase my collection, which I'm standing in front of part of it. So that's what this video is going to be, and this will be the only one like that. We'll call this one a vlog, a personal vlog about myself. So probably a good chunk of my subscribers are from Facebook, because I joined a group called Hot Wheels United, who is run by a guy named Mustang Hunter, who is also an avid collector, like myself. And because he allowed me to post my videos in his group, it really helped get it out to more viewers, more eyes. So let's see, a little bit about myself. I'm a 45-year-old man who enjoys collecting die-cast cars. Whether it be Hot Wheels, Matchbox, Jada, Majorum, I've started collecting a couple of them, and a few of the other ones out there. M2s, a couple here, right here on the shelf. Got a few M2s here on my shelf. So I collect M2s, and I collect some of the larger die-cast cars too. So it's not just Hot Wheels that I collect. There's many other die-casts that I've collected. Green light, I'll collect green light. In fact, I got a couple of the dualies the other day to add to my collection. And I saw a green light collection that's coming out in March that I'm going to look for. It's called California Lowriders, which is cool because California is the state that I came from. Now, I started really collecting right out of high school in '94 when I joined the California Conservation Corps. We'd take monthly trips to the closest town, and I'd collect some die-cast cars when I went into town with the guys. So that was when I really started collecting. I mean, really avidly collecting since '94. Now, my state, like most of the other states out there, have had a huge shortage on die-cast cars, including the store that I work at. I mean, we get some every now and then. They'll trickle in, but it's been huge short at work. We have not gotten a huge shipment in yet. Now, where I work, the year will start here in February. That's when the new year starts. So maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get a big shipment then. I do not know. I just know that it's really hurt me being able to get more cars to keep content going. Granted, I still have a ton of content to go, because I've got that whole wall there that I still have to get through. That's just jam-packed full of cars. Now, that, I want to thank King Nut for that idea, because he put out a video of how to build those. When I saw that, I went and grabbed as much foam board as I could and started just building them to get all my loose cars that were in my car cases put on these displays. Now, unfortunately, I have run out of room. I mean, sure, I've got the other side in my bedroom, but my wife has already claimed that her pictures are going up on that, her diamond painting pictures. So I am not allowed to use those walls. So the walls that I have access to is pretty much gone. Unless we get a bigger place or a house, I won't be able to build any more of the displays. I am just out of room. But then he also gave me the idea to collect in twos. That way I have one that will always stay in the blisters and on their cards, like you see here. I wish I would have done that when I first started. Collected in twos. Now someday I may go ahead and just pull all these out when I have the space to have them all on displays. Because they look better outside the package than they do inside, so you can really take a good look at them. Look at all their details. I mean, that's like I wish I had two of Ecto 1. Because I'd love to pull that one out of its package and put it on a display. I was hoping that when the movie got released, that they would re-release some Ecto 1s in the diecast, but I have not seen them yet. There's a Back to the Future DeLorean up here. Now my son has the hover one from the second Back to the Future movie, which is on his display in his room, because when I was making mine, he saw me doing it and said that he wanted some. So I made some to fill up his collection. He's got a really tiny collection. I mean, I've been trying to teach him the value of keeping them in good condition. Because when my day comes and goes, this whole collection goes to him. But I'm hoping at that time he will understand the value of the collection. And not, just go ripping them out of their packages, I'm hoping at that time he will understand, the value. And to keep them the way that I have them. So it'll continue for generations to come. And then maybe when his time comes and goes, he'll pass it down to his son, if he has one. To keep that collection going for generations to come. That's what I would like to see. Yeah, my dream is to one day move to Florida. That's where my heart, my dream is at. Because I currently reside in South Dakota, where it is cold right now because we are going through winter time. Now, I'm a native California boy who was not used to this kind of cold when I first moved here in 2009. So what, that first day I stepped out and it was 0 degrees, I'm like, what the hell am I thinking? But I've been here for 12 going on 13 years now. Where when we have these cold temperatures where it drops below 0. And then you get a day that's 20 degrees and it feels nice. That's when I go, I have been here too long. That if I can think that 20 degrees is nice. Now, this is not the Monday video. I will still put a video out on Monday for my collection. I just wanted to do this. And I do apologize if I repeat some stuff. Because unfortunately in 2019, I had a stroke. So my memory is not what it used to be. So if I repeat something or if I show you a diecast that I've already showed. Like I've got a tote down here next to me. That's just full of diecast cars. Here, I'll give you a little peek. So there's a tote that's full of diecast cars that I'm going to end up going through. And probably the coming weeks. My goal is to get through the displays that are in the living room. And then once I've done that, then we'll go through those totes. And then we'll congregate to go through the displays that are here in the room. And hopefully by the time we get through all of this stuff, this Hot Wheels shortage will be done. And then I'll be able to constantly be getting stuff to show you so I can do the weekly videos of what have I gotten through the week. That kind of stuff. To just keep the content rolling. Because I have done a few other channels. I have one for gaming, which is called Heath the Gamer Guy, where I play video games. I've done stuff like Uncharted, and all 5 of the Uncharted games I've done, and a few other games. It's on there. So, and then I did one that's called Heath the Vlogger Guy, which is just home videos. It never really took off. And then I got to looking at my massive collection. And I'm like, you know, there's an ideal. That might be something that'll actually take off because there's so many collectors out there. So I was like, you know, well, let's give that a shot and we'll see what happens. We're gonna swim or sink, you know. We'll see what happens. And if I've only end up with a few subs, no big deal. Because I did not start these channels to become famous. Not in any way, shape, or form did I go into this going, oh yes, I want to get rich off of doing YouTube. That's not why I started. Why I started was to just connect with people who are into things that I'm into. That's why I did it. That's why I started my gaming channel. To connect with people that are in the gaming community. That's why I made this one. To connect with the people who are in the collecting community for diecast cards. That's why I started this channel. And let me tell you, I've been watching YouTube videos of people that have customized diecast cards. Now, I gave that a little bit of a try to see if I could do it. I have done a couple of cards where I've repainted them because they were in horrid shape. Some of those ones that I've repainted have gone all the way back to when I was just a little guy, when I was still in school. I'm looking for one. Give me a second. Did I read it? I'll be right with you. I am not seeing it now. I thought it was in here. Okay, I am not seeing it. And I thought it was in here. Basically, it's the old Matchbox 57 Chevy with the flip front. I was kidding. I thought I could paint it with a paint brush. So I stripped it and I repainted it. Just to kind of try to bring it back to life a little bit. So I discovered real quickly that customizing Hot Wheels was not going to be what I was going to be doing. I think we have all done that. We've tried something and learned really quick that it's not what we're going to be able to do. Now I did somewhat finish my very first diorama the other day because I joined another Facebook group that's diorama tips and tricks. It seems like every week they post in a challenge to everybody to make a diorama. And this one was barn find. So I gave it a try. I went to our local Hobby Lobby to get some supplies. And I'll show that to you guys on Monday. So when I do that video with showing my cars, I will show that diorama. Because I'm also going to convert that into some of my Hot Wheels that are no longer capable of driving. Whether that they've got broken wheels or whatnot. We'll find a home on that little diorama. That will become a little junkyard for those cars that are no longer capable of rolling. In fact, a couple that I was going to do a lowering on that I never got done with, found a home on that display, on that diorama. So that's what that will become. Because it just fit, because there's a broken barn that's on there, you know. It's just perfect. Set up a little junkyard. So Monday you'll all see that too, along with another 2 displays of cars. Now, several months back in the past year, my wife found this lady on Facebook that was selling a bunch of die-cast Hot Wheels and stuff that I got for like $40. I did the math and it was probably a good $250 worth of Hot Wheels. There were some nice ones in there. There were some that were obviously seen their day. Their kid had really played with them, you know. So a couple of those ended up on the diorama too, because their wheels are broken. They're missing a wheel. So I went in and I set them on there. But you know, I got a bunch of die-cast cars for just $40, which was nice. So I think that's probably about all for this video. This was just a little get to know me video. And like I said, this will probably be the only video like this you will see on this channel. Unless some major event happens where I need to reconnect with my viewers, then maybe I'll do another video like this. So until we see each other on Monday, and if you made it to the end of this little rambling video, we'll see you again on Monday. Bye-bye for now.